That was the thing.
Right. So talk about this love of music and how that pretty much translates into everything that you do. I mean, it seems like if you ask anyone, they'll tell you they love music.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't think I've encountered a person who's like, music,
Right.
It's
But
for the
yeah,
birds.
for you, it's in your blood.
Yeah, for me, it's a different story. For me, it's an ingrained part of everything about me, and it's so much so that it's the way that I see the universe, the way that I interact with everything.
Is that because of the way you grew up, or would that have happened anyway?
It's impossible to say for sure, but I remember feeling that way for my entire life. So I wouldn't have had a lot of time to grow up, until I got to that point. But it's definitely a combination, for sure. I mean, I come from a family that has a great appreciation for music and has a lot of musicality within, and so it was definitely a nurturing environment for that. But there's something that just kind of happened naturally.
And how about the gift of playing?
That I am just very thankful for. I've been able to do it for my whole life.
And talk about your new album, because it's funny to think that this really is your first album.
Yep.
Album.
Mm-hmm.
How did this come about?
It's such a long story, but it's I've been making music for a long time, and I made a record for Maverick years ago, and it never came out. They were kind of collapsing into Warner and blah blah blah, all these details, and and they didn't tell me any of that stuff, of course, but just had me do this EP, this kind of very chill 5-song EP, and got some really good attention for one of the songs, but there really wasn't any push behind it, and there was always the promise of the forthcoming album, but there was no forthcoming album. It had already been done. It was done first. I did that before we did the EP. And so, but it just, never came out, and it sat on the shelf just like so very many.
That must have been frustrating.
It was very frustrating. Yeah, it was really frustrating.
Because you know it's there.
I mean, yeah, it's there, and I knew it was great, and I knew that it was, at the time that I made it, I wouldn't necessarily put it out right now, just as it was, but for me then and that time, it was big, and that was part of it. I mean, how hard it is to break a record. It costs a lot of money too.
Right.
And the bigger the record, the more money it's going to cost you. And if you don't have enough money, you can't just put a big record, you can't put it out there and not put any support behind it, because it'll just drop off the face of the earth. And so in a sense, it makes sense, But at the same time, it's also, it's business.
Am I being naive when I think that your love of music transcends the business side?
My love of music has nothing to do with the business side. I hope that it transcends when I'm forced to mix the two. But my feeling about music is completely separate and distinct from my feeling about the music business. The music is about creating. The business of music is about selling, and that's it. That's their entire business. The whole business is to sell music. That's not their job to make music. It's your job.
And how did Evergreen help you reach that next level?
Musically?
Yeah.
It's just opened my mind, gave me the opportunity to study so much music from around the world. It was just, I had everything at my fingertips there. Right. I really could just go, I want to study bluegrass guitar for, 6 months and do it. And I want to, I used to heavily studied Indonesian gamelan music, that's the kind of thing that most people don't even know what that is,
right.
But it's like, it helped me so much. I mean, everything from...
I don't know what that is.
You know what it is? It's traditional classical Indonesian music.
Wow.
And so you might know the Balinese style if you heard it.
Right.
But it's just, a gamelan is an ensemble of instruments. And the type that I studied is from West Java or Sunda, and so it's a combination of instruments. But this particular style is very slow, meditative, very melodic, and all about communication and kind of meditation. And it's just beautiful. I learned to play half dozen or more instruments.
How in the world were you attracted to that in the first place?
That's the thing. That was the thing that was cool about Evergreen, was that I had never heard of it either. you know. But the big music program that was offered, the full credit music program for first year students was a Southeast Asian performing arts and culture, and so I studied, you know, that and Chinese opera and Orisi dance and, you know, Indian music and all. I mean, music from all over Southeast Asia.
And do those elements creep into the creation process today for you?
Yeah, unconsciously.
Right.
I mean, but I could draw upon them consciously if I wanted to, but I haven't. You know, my favorite way to do it is just to kind of like really immerse myself in music and life and experience, and then allow those experiences and observations to kind of ingrain themselves in me, and then when I create, I kind of just zen out and do it, you know.
And you're not only a lover of music, but you're a lover of dogs.
I am also a lover of dogs.
Talk about the dogs that you have.
Dogs are very musical. They make a lot of noise.
They do.
Sometimes too much. I've got 3 dogs. The first one that I had, her name's Kira. She's an Aussie Shepherd mix. I rescued her when she was about 11. She's around 15 now, I believe. She's an old lady, a crotchety old lady, who just wants everyone to just stop that right now. But she's the very sweetest old lady in the world. Then I got a Great Dane and named him Ja Rule. Now, he's deaf and enormous. Then for Ja Rule to have a playmate, I got him a Saint Bernard. And her name is Bentley.
And you still have a house? I mean, is your house still standing?
My house stands. It stands taller than, you know what I mean? There's basically from a certain point down, it's barren. But it's very, very nicely decorated from about, 7 feet up to the ceiling.
And I assume they're your test audience whenever you have new music.
Oh, yeah, except for Ja Rule, because he's deaf.
Oh, he's deaf. He's deaf.
He's deaf.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, he still likes it. You know, he likes to lick my guitar, basically. While I'm playing the guitar, he'll lick the strings.
Does that help lubricate them, make it easier?
No, it's not a good thing.
Right.
It's something you want to avoid.
I would agree. Keaton, tell us a little bit about your new album, which just came out, right?
Album just came out June 10th. It's called Can You Hear Me? It is available now on iTunes for a discounted price. It's only $6.99 for a limited time only. But it's available also at Borders, FYE, Barnes & Noble, Best Buy, and so on and so forth. I think the best place to find it right now is Borders. That's the one that has it like right on the new release rack every time. But FYE has a bunch of them in stock, usually at FYE near you. We've done a few in stores there, and they've been quite lovely.
Keaton, we wish you nothing but success.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys mean a lot to me, and I'm just excited about this whole process. I love it.
And we love your love of music. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Thanks, man.
You bet. Take care.
Right on. You too, buddy.
All right, man.